You have to meet the required work to get to where you want to go, right? And it's because some people will be like, I'm working so hard, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Cool, but that's not the required work.
And they got to see evil.
Yeah.
In real time, which is kind of scary. It's like, damn, what is this world coming to, dude?
Yeah.
That you guys are out here just celebrating like that over something so crazy.
Like, it's okay to just be evil out in public now.
That's
like,
evil.
We are for the ones that have that in their mind and they think about it all the time. Just like you were just saying, there's something more out there for you, and I want to be better. And since we're going through the path, we're going to tell you how, what we've gone through on the journey. And we're going to share our experiences, share our failures and everything, and be super transparent about it. We've gotten very comfortable with not caring, like, if, the judgment about it, because it makes a difference for people that need it. It's time we unite, put our differences aside, and fight for our lives, And what is up, guys, and welcome back to the Nesian Built Podcast. The Body Boys are back for another one. And this is the Pacific Islanders podcast, where we tell you about our stories and our lessons of our journey to help you on yours. Episode 51.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Let's roll.
All right, man. So a couple things we want to talk about today. Interesting time in the world, that's for sure. Interesting time in this country. Yeah. I mean, we can get there, but before we get there, just want to talk about how Mark missed the MBRC Family Day barbecue. It's supposed to be
totally missed out too.
Yeah, it's supposed to be kind of like the end of summer. What do you call it? Kind of family day, but end of summer workout and barbecue. But we ended up not even doing a workout.
Not even doing a workout.
Yeah, we didn't do a workout.
I definitely missed out.
Yeah, I said, let's just drop the workout. Let's just enjoy the time that we have.
Yeah.
Cause we've done so many workouts and so many runs and all these things, and it was just felt like time we should just chill.
It looked fun. It looked like we had good weather that day.
Yeah, it was real nice. So everybody came through. The people that have been showing up, consistently, always there. For the most part, at least majority of it. Everybody came through, brought something. We got to see Eric and Lisa. Eric and Lisa came through.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they came through. Came all the way up to Kent. Had it at a little park in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a good time, man. Like, got to see everybody, and we just chilled. It was nice, dude. It was just nice to just kick back and just.
You guys have your own little section?
Like we didn't. And
that's right. That little seating or pavilion area or whatever?
Yeah, there's a little pavilion over there, and, just first come, first serve. You don't even have to reserve it or nothing. So, yeah, we got there. Me and Andre went over there about an hour and a half early just to make sure, start setting stuff up, and then just waited for everybody to come through.
That's dope.
We just hit the barbecue, and it's good, man. You know how those, like, you just have the conversations around the barbecue pit, and then after that, when we're done grilling, we just sat down like nobody really did. The kids played, and we grilled and chilled and talked, and it's just, and it's just crazy, bro. Just because the conversations are different. It's not like we don't sit there and like talk about people or talk about drama. We're talking about how are we growing, bro? Like, and that, like, I love that shit, like, it's a group of dudes, and we're just, we're telling stories of back then when we were growing up. We're telling stories of, like, what the things we used to do, and then we're talking about what the future is going to look like for us, and what we plan on doing. We're talking about the Portland Marathon, the plans there. How can we be better? How can we be successful in doing that? And then as we move on, what are we going to be doing? Like, that's the kind of stuff that's the conversations we were having. And, that's where it's different, because we're not just sitting around, and there's no drinking going on either. We just sat around, and we were fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not necessary.
Still turned out good.
Yeah, it's not necessary for us to have to, drink and have these conversations, and because it's family. Like, we've all done, we've been around doing all these workouts together, and that's what opens it up.
That's the icebreaker, or that's the
we've seen each other, like, vulnerable and in some pain or hurting, like just doing these runs, doing these workouts, just sweating your ass off or just struggling. Like, that's the icebreaker, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, we spend a lot of time with each other doing all this stuff. So it's nice when we can get together, and we maybe not have a workout, but then we just get to have the conversations, because sometimes we don't get to have these conversations because we're working out or we're doing something. So that was the the point I really wanted to get to that day was just chill. Like, it's just because we live kind of like spread apart, out here. So
they're mostly here. Yeah, most people down south.
Yeah, more people are down there, Puyallup and Spanaway or Tacoma, and then we're up here. So it's like it's nice to get together as much as we can. I wish I really want to start as like fall and everything comes through. I kind of want to make it more where we do it more often, but I also don't want to put that on everybody where they feel like they're obligated to come and stuff. And you know how I am. I'm not trying to intrude on people's time and stuff, but it's just something that I want to be able to have more often so that we can, grow, together quicker, exponentially, kind of just spend more time with good people. So, but I mean, that's something I can talk to everybody about, but it's really up to them. I'm not trying to throw nothing at them that they don't want to, so.
How was everybody feeling about Portland?
Seems like everybody's feeling better, feeling good.
That's good.
Yeah, we have some things that, we talked about. These guys everybody put in the work, bro. Like they've been putting in the work. It doesn't matter. Like even if when you put in the work, you still doubt, you still worry about it. Even me, I'm getting closer. We're getting closer, and I still feel doubt. I still feel can I really, pull this off? For some people, the goal that I'm setting is no big deal. They can run that in their sleep. For me, it's not, but I've had to work for it. I've had to work for, gaining those, 17 seconds after kickoff per mile. Like I have to work for that.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to sit here and act like it's going to be easy. I mean, running 26 miles period is not easy. So, just trying to run it at a pace that I've never ran it at. It's going to be different. It's going to be difficult. So the nerves kick in, like, and you never know what can happen. Like anything can happen.
And for them, it's their first.
Yeah. And
first full marathon.
Mm-hmm. So there's things that they don't even, it's like the boys did their like 20-mile run, and it's just
I saw that. Saw the story at least.
And they're talking just uncharted territory. They've never been there. Let's go see what it's like. It's going to be a little different in the race, right? Once you get to that point, but you can tell yourself, you have the confidence that you can tell yourself, I've ran 20 miles before. Like I can do this.
At least I got 20.
Yeah, and I
remember that feeling.
And the last 6 hurt no matter what. So as long as you know that, like all you have to do is just push through. You just know that it's gonna hurt. Like you didn't sign up for it because it's gonna feel good. It's gonna feel good afterwards.
Yeah, when you're done.
You're gonna feel amazing when it's done, and then you just can't believe you put yourself through that. But it's gonna hurt. Like that's why people do it, because it's you being able to tolerate that kind of pain. So I think the boys feel good. I mean, it looks like they did their last long run today. We're recording this. It's a Friday right now.
Yeah.
Usually we record either on the weekends or midweek, but. The way the schedules work out, we're here on a Friday, but it's looking like everybody should be fine.
That's solid.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see these guys cross the finish line, bro. Like
speaking of Portland, I told you I got a hotel room.
Yeah,
right by the start line. Just so happened I booked it.
What's the name of the?
It starts with a D.
With a D?
Dunny Water or something like that. It's like my hotel's here, and then just down and around the corner, and the next little hotel or building, it's right. The start line's right there.
Nice.
And then the finish line's down by the water. Yeah, that.
I don't know. I thought it was in the same place.
No, it's just down the road from it.
Oh,
so I was like, I booked the right spot.
Yeah, I mean,
because at the end, right at the finish line, I just literally just walk up the street. My hotel's right there.
Nice.
I don't even know if I have to drive.
I mean, that's a good part. Like, I mean, I think all of us. I don't think any of us have to drive anywhere. I think we'll all be good.
I was worried because I remember you said you guys were pretty close. Yeah. Walking distance. So so am I.
Yeah.
So I'm ready. We're ready. I still need that e-bike though.
Yeah. That's at the house. I'm going to get that over here.
Don't forget the charger, bro.
I had to charge it the other day because it died. It died during the barbecue. Really? Yeah. We had it over at the park. Finally? And it died, yeah. So
we never
had to charge it.
Yeah, we never charged it, huh?
No.
Have you ever charged it? No.
Barely.
Oh, I only charged it out of the box when we first got it. That was it.
I've charged it. Since
okay.
In my
I was going to say, damn.
Yeah. No, it's not that gangster. Yeah.
Shout out Costco.
Yeah, so we head to Portland, but yeah, we'll get back to that. But something that I really wanted to talk about, that it's crazy because it's controversial, but it shouldn't be, right? Like this whole situation, and the big reason why I wanted to talk about it, because it was a very powerful like time when this all happened, and it hit a lot of us, like, and it bothered a lot of us, and not only because of just the person that it happened to, but also because of how the world responded to that. Like that was crazy to me, right? So Charlie Kirk was assassinated at a college in Utah, and this was going crazy all over the internet, all over news networks and stuff. And I don't know, for me it just, talking to a lot of people, like, people especially in our group, they said it hit them hard, man. Like, just seeing how the world responded and seeing how much like hate there is in the world right now, like, it's just crazy, because it's just like all of us, we believe in a higher power, and then we see that kind of stuff, and it's basically when people can go around and act that way about somebody being killed for speaking their opinions, and people will consider him speaking his opinions as spewing hate and racism and all that stuff, and then celebrate his death or him being killed. Like, that just like it just shows like the
divide, for sure.
Yeah, the divide won, and that people, it doesn't seem like there's a moral standard for people that can respond to it like that, he like, for someone that was out there trying to connect people through conversation, and just speaking their opinions. And if you watched him enough, I've watched so many Charlie Kirk videos. I've watched him debate people, and he wasn't disrespectful to people. He didn't spew hate. He didn't spew racism. He spoke the truth, and people didn't like that. That's the biggest problem. So they don't like the truth. They don't like some change, because that bothers them. They want, people like want everybody to say what's gonna accommodate their feelings, and that's what bothered people the most. I'm a colored person. Like, I at no moment, at no point in time did I ever feel this man was racist. Like, hearing his conversations, he treated everybody with respect, even when he disagreed with you. He would tell you why he disagreed with you, and he spoke it so many times, and he said it so many times during his debates or during when he was speaking with college students, that when it comes to the time when we can't have these conversations and speak the truth, and everybody just is quiet, that's when violence occurs. So this is what he was trying to avoid. The same thing that happened to him is what he was trying to avoid. And that's crazy, because I will tell you, man, like, for me, like, watching him, like, from the outside and just seeing, dude, he had such a huge influence. He was huge. He made so much of a difference in this world. And people may not like it. There's people that may not like it. There's people that, love it. And I'm one of them. I loved what he was doing. I thought it was necessary, for how educated he was, how deep in his faith that he was. You couldn't ask for a better person to be out there doing that. And you could only wish that he was able to continue doing that because of all the difference he was making. But now he's gone, because somebody decided that it was better off. The world was better off without him. And they were okay with just taking his life with his family. Right, in the area with him.
And not only that, with, cameras and everything watching, knowing that it's going to be out there. So everyone's going to see it. Which is kind of crazy.
Dude, it was
another scary thought. Me and my wife talked about that too. Is like how you said, you see one side of it, of his message and, what he's trying to do. And it's crazy to think that people see it differently. So, like, whatever algorithm you have, it's kind of scary to think that it's just going to keep feeding you that side of it. So it's like, then how do we work around that? Because there's people out there that are completely opposite. Hated the guy, like, obviously we know, just hated the guy so much to where they went online publicly to celebrate his death. It's like, what are you, what are you being programmed, by to believe that he was such an evil person? It's online. Obviously, it's your algorithm. It's whatever, And
you're
Yeah, I don't know how.
And that's,
works,
that's the danger of like just social media and media. I mean,
we see one side, they see the other.
Yeah,
who's right?
But that also that also brings it to the importance of you being a critical thinker and being able to when you see things. Does this make sense to me? Is it true? Can I find out more information? Does this kind of apply based off experiences I've had in my life? And I guess some people have had bad experiences, so they go ahead and apply that. But there's also the difference in people that are victims, actual victims, and people that just have a victim mentality. Yeah. Like that, I think, and that's one of the biggest things I've probably seen in a lot of those debates. It's like just people with a victim mentality, and that you can't get anywhere like that, dude. Mm-hmm. Like it's so hard to get anywhere like that when you just think the world is always against you. You can't make way because there's so many things that are gonna stop you, and there's no chance because of things that you can't control. That's crazy, bro. There's so many examples of why you can. Yep. And you just look at the reasons why you can't. Yeah. And that's the whole point of when we talk about like all the stuff that we do here, and all the physical stuff, all the mindset stuff. That is the reason, because you control what you do when situations or circumstances occur. You control that. And it's not, and you can see yourself as a victim. You can see yourself being held back, but are you going to use that as your power, or are you going to use that to really hold you back? You know what I mean? Yep. And it's sad that, and that's the thing that I want to push to a lot of our people, is because if you're watching us and you know what we do, that's what we do. We go against the grain because we know that, dude, the world is going to test you. The world's going to challenge you constantly. Shit's going to happen. It's inevitable. Yeah. It's inevitable that you're going to face adversity. Mm-hmm. And if you're going to just give in to adversity all the time, you're just going to lose. There's no chance.
It's going to beat you every time.
Every time. You can look at anything as an adversity, man. Mm-hmm. Anything. People go through stuff all the time. At any given point, somebody's going through something. Mm-hmm. But it's the people that decide. It doesn't matter, right? Not that it doesn't matter, but I can beat this. It's a challenge, but I can beat this. Yeah. Like, this is happening, but what can I do to overcome? Yeah. And that's the kind of people that we're trying to create,
Yeah, or inspire.
Yeah.
To be like. Yeah.
And that's what Charlie was, bro. Like, that's what Charlie was. Like, he knew there were so many people against him. He took the hate. He took, online hate.
He knew exactly what he was going into every time, too.
Yeah. And people would sit there and say the craziest things to him, but you would never see him spew hate at those people. Would he go hard at them? Yeah. And make it seem like he would, like he didn't like him? Yeah. But that's how debates work. And people would sit here and say stuff about him. Why are you, you're debating college students, kids? It's because they're the future of this country. Yeah. That's why. Mm-hmm. Some people are just so set in their ways. Some people that are older than these kids in college, they're set in their ways and they'll never change. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you look at the ages of those people, like, let's say on the other side, right? They're either a lot older people or like younger people with no life experience. People with a lot of life experience, and people that have basically no life experience, right? Because it's young people fighting for certain reasons, like abortion and all that stuff, and race. And then you have the older people that are like sensitive to race, but they're just fighting with, the race thing because they're guilty of their own conscience of feeling, maybe possibly like a racist or whatever, Yeah. But those people also don't control what the hell you do with your own life, But it's he was fighting this battle, like talking to these younger kids, to open up their mindset, open up the mind to the possibilities and the truth, right? Because like we were just talking about, social media, they're telling you all these things, right? Yeah. And he's giving you a different point of view. He's telling you what he knows, what he's found, what history's told him, right? And that's why he thought we would go. He should go out there and speak to these people, these younger kids, because they're the future. Yeah. And you see, like a lot of kids, younger kids, even high school students, junior high school students, college students, a lot of them are leaning way more towards faith now. Mm-hmm. A lot of them are leaning way.
I heard about that. Yeah. Churches they're
getting packed.
And if people are opening up Bibles for the first time in years, or first time ever,
and that's after his death too, big time, bro. Yeah, and that's gonna make a huge difference in society, because they have that higher moral ground now, right? They have that higher moral standard, that there's a higher power for all of us.
And they got to see evil.
Yeah.
In real time, which is kind of scary. It's like, damn, what is this world coming to, dude?
Yeah.
That you guys are out here just celebrating like that over something so crazy.
Like, it's okay to just be evil out in public now.
That's
like,
evil, bro.
Then the crazy part is like how they, you're hearing them say like, you know, he was like, Charlie was evil. He just spewed evil and hate, but he never said anything about violence. He never talked about how we should go out and hurt other people.
Yeah.
He never said anything like that. At least from my knowledge, at least from what I've watched. Yeah. I've never seen him say anything. I've watched a lot of Charlie Kirk, you know, but then these people will go straight out onto videos, and people that will sit there and debate him, and they'll tell him crazy stuff like, you should die, you should get shot, I hope something happens to you, I hope something happens to your family. Like, that's crazy, bro. And you're gonna tell me that he was spewing hate and you weren't, and you're not? Like, everybody's so damn hypocritical, man. And that's why it's so tough for me to swallow, just because of like seeing how where the world's going, bro. Like, it's people are, we're okay with criminals killing innocent civilians, innocent people, but then we're gonna celebrate someone that's really making a difference, a positive impact in this world. You're gonna celebrate his death, and celebrate the person that did it, like, and that assassinated him. Yeah, it's insane, bro.
It is wild,
and it's not a world that, you know, like, I guess, you know, like, that's why maybe I may be pretty damn protective over my family and my kids, because there's people like that in the world, man, and there's people that I don't want them surrounded with, because a lot of the world is like that, you know, and they're gonna come in contact with that, and what the foundation we set at home, you know, for our kids especially, they get to use that when they walk out into the world, and they come in contact with stuff like that.
Yeah,
is that who I want to be like? Is that what I want to be?
That's why parenting is tough, man.
Yeah,
that's why.
I don't know, bro. It is
wild.
Crazy.
I wasn't. I knew you guys had followed.
It's a fucking fly over here.
Just trying to distract you from the truth.
Yeah.
But I wasn't. I knew you guys were Charlie Kirk followers from like.
Yeah. A while.
The start. Not the start, but, you know, a while.
Yeah.
But just recently, I just started watching his videos and a lot of his debates, a lot of his shorts, and you know, I watch it on lunch. But I'm just a recent, you know, I guess, viewer of him. And when that happened, I was down, man. And just for the short time that I, you know, watched a lot of his content, it's just like, it's wild, man. Yeah. Super sad. I was down for at least 2 days.
Yeah.
Just thinking like, damn, dude, he's gone.
Yeah. And it was,
and I barely knew the guy. But you know, I barely just started watching the guy.
And it was just, and also because of how bad it was and how instant it happened like that. And there's so much like gory videos that were just posted of it happening, and just blood gushing out this guy's neck, bro. Like, and they were just that was just going all over social media, which is crazy.
That was hard to see too. Like all the craziness that popped up on the campuses, like people making fun of that drawings and stuff like that. That stuff right there is just like, damn, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You guys are relentless. You know?
I don't know, bro.
It's scary. That's the scary. That's that evil shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
that's probably why you're starting to see this movement of people trying to find faith, because there's real evil in this world, and if you don't know it, you're probably seeing it now.
Yeah, they see it now, and it's because people believe that everybody's just good, you know, and
that's what you want. That's what you want to believe. I don't even.
That's what we hope for.
Yeah, that's what we hope for. But you gotta come back to reality, man. There's some twisted people out there.
Yeah,
and I say it all the time. I was like, I don't think we'll ever achieve world peace, because there's so many people out there. There's so many craziness. You know, so many crazy people out there.
Yeah,
I don't think it's possible.
Yeah,
not yet, anyway. It's too wild.
I mean, I'm all for the idea, like people that, you know, that are willing to do those things, stuff like that. They deserve, like, I'm a believer of like harsh punishment for that, bro. Like anything violent, like when you're willing to go out of your way to like really hurt people and just take people's lives away with and feeling no like regret for remorse for it, and it's like
you
for you like it's just okay. Like
they're not in reality either.
And then, but
to them, that's like this dude on the internet. They just hate watching his videos. He's not a real person to them, and I think that's why it's easy to have that disconnect and to celebrate something so evil because it's not real life. But had you been there in real life and saw this shit in person, you might have a different reaction to it. You know, there's some people that were there at the actual event who were just terrified. And guess what? They weren't fans of Charlie. But, you know, they weren't happy about it. Not all of them. You know, there was that one guy who put his hands up and
celebrated right away. Yeah, bro.
But even him, he kind of took that back after, you know, shortly after that. But it's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
And I think that's why we're too caught up in social media. Where the information is too easy to get hold of, and it's real easy to hate. Online. Now more than ever.
Yeah, that shit, you know, that hit Ching pretty hard too.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it hit her hard just because.
I remember the first time you told me about Charlie Kirk was because of her.
Yeah,
I remember that.
She's the one that like digs into a lot of this stuff, you know, and we watch it, but we're still really like, you know, does this, you know, like we critically think about the information that we take in, you know, and how it can help our mindsets and how it can help our family and the people that we surround ourselves with. And if it doesn't seem beneficial to us, that's not the information we take in. And if it also doesn't like go with, you know, our belief and our faith, then that's not something that we can run with, you know?
Yeah.
Like that shit really felt like a September 11 type feel, like where something really tragic happened, bro. Like
and the day before that.
Yeah.
I was getting vibes of like when the kid who tried to shoot Trump on the rooftop was it Pennsylvania or whatever?
Yeah.
That's the vibe I was getting. I was like, damn, this similarities are wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. That's the whole thing's crazy.
Crazy.
You know, we talk about, you know, one side talks about hate, but they're also like inflicting the pain or inflicting, you know, the hate. And
I think another thing they pointed out that was kind of interesting was, you know, when it's on that side, you know, what happens after something like that.
Yeah.
Riot, chaos.
Yeah.
Buildings burning, cars burning. And then, you know, when Charlie went down, it's like gathering, prayer, you know, worship.
Yeah. Huge, bro. Huge difference, right?
Difference. It's and we're not making that shit up. You look that shit up on right now. It was a huge contrast.
Yeah, that's a huge point, bro. That's a very huge point. Just seeing that, like, what happened, and then it's like, look at just because of that, right? Like you look at, you know, what has happened after these people have claimed they're martyrs, right? Like both sides, right? They're martyrs. Somebody gets killed or somebody, and the martyrs that they claim are not people that I would follow, not people that I would look up to, not the kind of they don't live the life that I would choose to live, you know.
Yeah.
And most people wouldn't choose to live that life either. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then they go riot, burn stuff down, tear their cities down for what?
Their own homes. Like, this is the city they live in. And then you have people that come up from other fucking cities that come and join them because it's a part. There's some of that too. Yeah.
It's because they get to demolish and you get to be part of be part of the chaos and like a damn fucking party. And you get to break stuff for free, loot, you know, all that stuff. But then somebody like Charlie Kirk, who's actually a martyr, who actually made a difference, who actually changed minds, who actually helped people understand and think a little bit.
Yeah.
What happens? Prayer.
Yeah.
They get together. There's no rioting happening. There's no one going out trying to hurt people. Do I think they're like, honestly, bro, like when that happened, I'm just like, dude, all these people that even consider it and talk about that stuff, I think they need to go through some hell, bro. Like they need to be humbled, like, because it's like allowing these people to just do whatever they want. And say whatever you want. It's a free country, but always understand there's consequences, right? And there's, I mean, if you actually tell somebody and talk to somebody in a way that you're gonna inflict violence on them, just be aware that it can happen to you. And if you've never been through that, if you've never been punched in the mouth, it's very easy to talk all that game, right? It's very easy to talk all that game. But if you've never been punched in the mouth, you really don't know what it's like. Yeah, you don't understand, right? So it's easy for you to go and talk that game. But if you've been punched in the mouth, most people that have been punched in the mouth before, they don't just run their mouth like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that shit hurts.
Yeah.
You know, there's an understanding that the violence can occur. You know, and it's always the people like, and it's like crazy because you look at like that's the one side, and it's like they love to like talk all this like oh, he said this, he said that, it's racist and all this, it's violence, and they make it seem like they're willing to fight that side, but there is no fucking way in hell when you look at, you know, the two sides, and you can see like one side is like,
yeah. I heard somebody online. I heard someone else like, "Who do you think has all the guns? Who are you gonna fight?"
It's not even only that, bro. It's like,
you know,
I don't know. It's like just understanding like what side, you know, and both. Look, I'm not stupid and ignorant to not see like they're both sides is just they both have their problems, bro. Like both sides, big time. Like they both have problems. You know, and I've always messed with Trump, but that don't mean that I'm like super happy with what's happening in this world right now. Like I'm like, there's things that, like you said, you know, there's things that he told us was gonna happen and they haven't happened yet, and like there's still chaos, there's still stuff like this happening, you know, and this is the kind of stuff that we need to stop. Like it needs to stop happening. Like and there has to be a way to, you know, what do you call it? Have these people really think twice about, you know, you know, like deter them from even thinking about doing something like this. Yeah. Like if you're willing to do something cruel to somebody else, just realize like something cruel will happen to you as well. Yeah. You know, you don't just get away with it. And I think that's been a big problem where in the last couple of years, you know, people have been able to do crazy stuff and get away with it. They get to walk the streets freely and get to do it some more. You get to hurt people. And you just get to walk freely, just like the guy that killed the girl in the train. Yeah, dude, he just stabbed her. Like she didn't even know what was going on. Yeah. She was sitting there on her phone, and she just gets stabbed to death. Yeah, that was crazy. And that guy, crazy. That guy had a record, like
like arrested 14 or 19 times or some craziness like that.
Why is he out on the street?
You know what the craziest thing is? I don't know if it was true, but I'm pretty sure they shut it down. Was the GoFundMe's for him?
Why would you donate to that?
That part I don't understand. What is that? What's that about? What are you talking about? But you know, we can go down these. You know, it's real easy to get worked up about stuff like this. But you know what I mean? We don't mean to.
Yeah, it's not even like. I mean, you get it, all right? There's things in the world that just.
There's things in the world that don't make sense.
Yeah, and
the best we can do is just do our best.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But yeah, there's some craziness. That's what I'm saying. World peace. I don't know, man.
Fuck, dude,
there's some crazies out there. You can start a GoFundMe page for someone like that. Something's wrong. Not according to them, but according to me, something's wrong.
I don't know, but it's just sad, man. Like just how that whole thing went down, and then you look at Charlie's memorial that they had. Huge. It was huge, and it goes to show, man, like how much of an impact that guy was making. Yeah. Like I believe he was making more of an impact than Donald Trump himself. Like him just having these conversations, being blasted all over the internet, and you have to have a lot of courage to do that. You have to have a lot of belief. You have to have a strong belief in what you're doing to go through all of that and keep showing up to do it.
Knowingly going through it,
And he's geting death threats all the time. Yeah. People are threatening him all the time.
Yeah. There's a couple clips saying he knew. Yeah. He knew all about it. He knew what he was getting into. Mm-hmm. But he was willing to fight that fight. Yeah. Death wasn't he wasn't scared of it.
Yeah. Because he knew where he was going. And he knew what he was doing and why he was doing it. Yeah. And I will believe in that way more than I'll believe in somebody that, I would never go out and riot and do stuff like that to celebrate somebody that didn't do something like Charlie Kirk was doing. Like, I just know, like, he's made a difference in my thought process, the way that I move, the way that I think. And, like, I've seen racism. I've been racially profiled here in the States, all that stuff. But I don't sit here and act like a victim to it. Yeah. Like, it's an instance, it's stuff that happens, but so what? Carry the fuck on, man. There's other things that need to be handled. There's other things that are more important than your victim mentality of thinking that everybody's against you. The motherfuckers don't even know you. So they're just going to be against you and they don't even know you. Like, you think you're the center of the world and everybody's just thinking about, I'm going to go after you, make sure you don't succeed. Like, come on, man. Yeah. Come on. Like, it's all up to you. Like, stop. Get out of the fucking mindset. Because that's the one thing I hate hearing online, dude. I hate hearing that shit. They're like, all the, like, talking about this stuff that happened fucking 400 years ago, like, how does that affect you now?
Yeah.
I have that same fucking lineage. I don't even think about this shit. I think about what I'm doing right now, and I think about what I'm about to do 15 years from now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the lives that I'm trying to help change. And you're thinking about what happened when you weren't even alive, the thing that you deserve and you didn't even have to go through.
Yeah.
Like, that's the shit that's so crazy when I keep hearing that. I'm a black man here too, man. Like, I hear, and that's all I hear. I hear, you know, because of the color of my skin, I can't do. What the fuck are you talking about? There's nothing written in anywhere that says that you can't do something because of the color of your skin.
Yeah.
Nothing. So I hate hearing that. There's so many people that are, you know, just looking around. Like, you can see so many successful colored people everywhere in this country. Mm-hmm. But you claim just because of the color of your skin, you can't go do something. You can't accomplish it. You can't be successful.
It's because you're saying you can't.
That's what it comes down to. All because of you. It has nothing to do with the people telling you that. It's just everything. It has everything to do with you. Mm-hmm. That you just want to sit in that mindset. I'm just fucking tired of hearing it, bro. Like, it's fatigue. I'm over it. I'm tired of hearing about it, bro. Like, it's really. And honestly, I don't like. And that's the best part, right? I would love for somebody to come and tell me how I've, you know, tell me I'm wrong about my life as a colored man in this fucking world.
Yeah.
Like, the same things you're claiming, I don't believe in.
Yeah.
And I live my life, and I have a fucking great life. You know.
Yeah. I'm
fit. I'm healthy. Financially set. Not set, but I mean, we're good. You know. Yeah. And.
Could you be worse? Yeah.
I could be a lot worse if I had a fucking mindset like that. You know what I'm saying? If I had a mindset like that, like, I can't go get what I want because the world is against me, guarantee I'll be sitting in whatever situation you're sitting in because you want to think like that. But I know that that's the issue. Yeah. It's not because of the world. It's because of that mindset. Mm-hmm.
I think that's a huge part of it. Even just thinking about how just couple, years back, where you were, where I was, would you, if you were to go back in time and tell the worst shape you've ever been in, or, the most you've ever been in drinking, if you were to go back and tell yourself that you could run a full marathon or ultra marathon, would you even believe yourself?
Absolutely not.
No, because your mind wasn't there yet. Nope. Which shows that, you have to change it. It's not easy. Yeah. And if you're not willing to do the hard shit, it's gonna be impossible for you to do it. Mm-hmm. But I think I've seen that over the years of us doing this. It's like, the mind is where you have to go first. Mm-hmm. The physical shit, you could do it. Yeah. But the mind's, I think is the key. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah.
And I think and that's why we do the physical shit. Because I think the physical shit helps change the mind, helps prove to the mind, that you can do these things.
With me, I'm following your suit with working out every day. Yeah, I'm on day like 260 something.
Look at that.
You know what I'm saying? Of doing something every day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Of choosing to do something every single day this year so far. Mm-hmm. And if I would have told myself that even a year or two ago, I'm like, there's no way. Yeah. I'm tired. I don't want to do that. I find myself now when it was getting close to bedtime and I'm chilling on the couch. I'm like, oh shit, I haven't worked out yet today. Mm-hmm. It's 8:30. Mm-hmm. I go to bed at 9. Yeah. I could easily just hop in bed and just, no one will know, bro. Yeah. Who's going to know? I could lie to your face right now and say, I got to work out in. Yeah. But, I'm going to know. Yep. And if I want to make that change, I got to commit to that. And for me this year, that's the biggest thing is trying to build a consistency, because I've seen it work for you, and I want it for me now. Mm-hmm. So, but it's not easy to, it's not an easy thing to just say, I'm going to do it. Yeah. Because it sucks on the days I'm tired, man. But I got to do something. Yeah. And that's huge. And that's not my body. That's my mind making that decision to, okay, well, then you got to get up and do something, dude. You better get up and start doing some damn push-ups, some squats. You got kettlebells in the corner. There's no excuse, Yeah. You can get something done. Yeah. But you tell me that how many years ago, I wouldn't have believed it. Yeah. And I would have sat myself on that couch and just went to bed at 9 o'clock.
I do it tomorrow.
Oh, well, I didn't get it done today. Even now, I'm like, I'm 260 some days. If I miss one, that's not bad, right? That's not bad. Yeah. Just no. It don't matter, brother. You got to get it done. Yeah. So, That's the slow changes that I'm seeing and realizing it's like, yeah, it is. Your mind is what's going to get you through, and you got to be willing to do the hard shit. Otherwise, yeah, you're stuck.
Yeah,
stuck in a loop.
That's, I mean, like we were just talking about, like that's everybody's challenge. It's your mind. It's what your mind's going to go against you a lot of the time, right? So because your mind's always trying to tell you to be comfortable.
Yep. Your
mind's trying to tell you to conserve energy, right? And your mind is always trying to find ways to conserve energy. We've talked about this. I've talked about this in a podcast a long time ago. And your mind's always trying to find ways to conserve energy, right? Your brain is trying to find ways to conserve energy. That's why I always talk about habits, because if you create the habits, your brain is conserving energy because it know it automatically is going to do it. You don't have to debate. You're not going to sit there and debate with yourself whether you're going to do it or not. Your body goes into basically autopilot, going into doing the things that you already said you were going to do. And that's over time, that's what it turns into.
And that's just, for me, that's just the physical stuff. But I see it applying to other factors in your life. And it's just, if you have the power to do something like that every day or to commit to something like that, you have the mental capacity to do other things. Yeah.
Look at this. So like this is an example of that. And we'll go ahead and transition into the, other things. But perfect. Okay.
Segue.
There's segue.
Shout out Wilton.
Yeah. Segue right into, what the other stuff we wanted to talk about. But so like you were saying, it transitions to everything else, right? Everything else, like in a lot of other things in life. So I know this is weird, but this is just something that I do because it's just something that I think is necessary. And I always tell myself, these are the little things that just, when it comes to something that I don't want to do, or I could just leave it alone and it'll be fine, I still do it, even though, right? Yeah. Because it's going to flip to something else. It's discipline in some other area of my life that I know when I don't want to do it, I would still get it done, and then it'll make a difference, a positive difference in whatever goal I'm chasing or whatever I'm trying to achieve, right?
I heard a saying, is how you do anything is how you do everything. Yeah. Kind of similar.
Yeah. So when I go into bathrooms, bro, believe me, I think public bathrooms especially are nasty, right? But I'll go into bathrooms, I'll go into, let's say I go to a toilet and I take a piss. When I walk in there, the toilet is probably disgusting. There's piss all over the toilet and everything. For most people, their standard is not, And it's funny because Andy Frisella talks about this, and I started doing this like 2-3 years ago. And I just can't walk out of a stall if I don't clean it up first.
Really?
So even if it's not my piss, I'm not, like, if the shit is crazy, like I saw something in the airport last night, bro, at work, and I was not going to do that.
Like, let me call the custodians over here.
Yeah, that was insane. But anytime I walk into a stall, and there could be piss on the toilet from the last one. No standards, right? He don't have standards, so he just left it alone. I use it, I clean it up, I make sure that thing is set when I leave. Yeah. There's trash on the ground, I'll pick up the trash on the ground in that toilet, in that stall. I walk out, wash my hands, and leave the bathroom. I do that every time. Every time I go in there too, and I think about, I'm not gonna do it this time. Like, I'm not gonna touch that. Like, I'm not gonna do it. That's nasty, bro. I'm not gonna. I can't. Like, I just can't now. Yeah. My mind's already set that this is what I do, And when you tell yourself, when you've done these certain things, like, it's just like when I work out all the time, or I go on my runs, or I eat better, or eat cleaner, or I, just coming into the shop and I got to handle this stuff. This is what I tell myself, this is what I do. Like, this is who I am. So I have to do it because this is what I do and this is who I am. So I take care of that stuff. I clean it up, walk out.
Wash your hands. Don't forget to wash your hands.
Yeah. Wash my hands, walk out. And it's always done. Like, and I do that all the time. So many times I told myself, I'm not doing it this time. Like, bro, I'm not gonna clean that. That's crazy. How can someone walk out of here with that much piss all over the damn toilet seat?
They don't care.
Yeah. But that's not my standard. So I take care of it. And I walk out.
It's crazy. That's kind of like, what's his name that used to do that, pick up trash on the...
Oh,
you remember?
Yeah, Lance
Little, yeah.
Yeah. He'd always have a glove on when he came into work.
Picking up trash on the way, walking around and making his rounds.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar. That's why it sounded familiar when you were saying. I was like, I feel like I heard that somewhere.
Yeah. I think we probably talked about it before too. But
no, I don't think we talked about that.
No?
I would have remembered that one.
Oh. Well, Yeah, and I mean, so this goes into something that it's like, so I did for the first time in a marathon prep, right? And I posted it, but on my personal social media because I'm kind of proud of it, you know. And this is going to be my 6th marathon that I've ran, and this is the first time I've ever ran 3 20+ mile runs in one marathon prep. So usually I run at least a 20 miler, like 120 miler, or a 20 miler and a 21 miler. But this is the first time, and that's for the first 5 that I did. Yeah. And for this one, I did 3. I did
20 milers.
I did 2 20 milers and 1 21 miler, right? And, you know, I say that to say this. In order for you to become something you've never been, you have to do what you've never done. Yep. Right? So in order for me to become the person that can run the goal that I want to run, I have to do something I've never done before. I can't train the way I train for that 4-hour marathon the same way I'm trying to train for this marathon that I'm trying to run 10 minutes faster. Yeah. You know, so it's me knowing that I had to change, I had to do something different. I had to, you know, adjust to, it's like every time I've like trained, right? Like every time I've set the PRs or I wanted to go for something, I had to adjust how I did it.
You had to change the formula.
Yeah. So
tweak it.
Remember when I failed it, I realized what the failure was, right? I wore carbon plated shoes all the time for every run. Right. So I kept getting injured. I ran too fast
in the beginning
on every run. Like I just wanted, I was going for pace all the time. Yeah. I wasn't heart rate training, you know? So I had to change that. I had to change my fueling plan. Because during that, I was fueling, especially during the race. First off, I didn't feel like pre-fuel was terrible, like the days before going into it and the day of. And then during the race, I was fueling every 5 miles, which is like every 45 minutes. Terrible idea, right? Too far out. It starts catching up to you, and that's basically what happened.
And when you fall behind, it's hard to catch up when you're in that marathon.
Oh, I know.
You're preaching to the choir, brother.
And I know this. Like I'm talking about the marathon, right? But this is how like everything's worked, and it's the same way it's worked in our business as well, and in my life as well. So what did I do? I adjusted, right? So I go into the next marathon prep the next year when I say I still want to go for this goal, right? What do? I stop wearing carbon-plated shoes on every run. I basically almost never wore them during any runs. Yeah. Like, and I think I'm maybe only during like speed runs, workouts, which I only did very little of during that time. Yeah. And then like once a week, and it was maybe this like a 45-minute workout, run workout. And then I started heart rate training, ran slower so I could stay healthier and, you know, run every workout that was in that training plan, every daily run that I had to do, was able to show up and do it. Made a huge difference. Changed my fueling plan to every 4 miles. So every 4 miles now I was training. So that saves me about 10 minutes. You know, I'm 10 minutes ahead. Yeah. Or wait, let's go. Well, about 40 minutes, right? Wait, fuck, I don't know. I think I'm thinking about it differently. But instead of every 5 miles, I went to every 4 miles. Yeah. So I fuel earlier, right? Yeah. And then that helped me sustain throughout the race. So it's just, and then now going into this one, since I achieved that, I know that the way I ran that is not going to help me achieve this. Yeah. So I had to add something, make adjustments from those times, from those successes and failures, change and adapt, and make new rules for this one. I've never ran like even for like the speed work that I've been doing for this train prep. Never done it twice a week. For a whole marathon. I was doing once a week, and I was doing the same thing every time, and it sucked every time. And that's the reason why, like, I hated doing it so much. And I still hate it. Every time I have to go into these workouts, these speed workouts, twice a week, and I haven't missed any of them. I go into it every time nervous, scared that I'm not going to hit the paces, know that I'm going to be hurting through it, struggling through it, but I go and do it anyway. And I feel amazing after I'm done, right? Super proud of myself because I never missed pace. I actually went faster than every workout that I went into, and the paces were set. I whooped the fucking paces ass every damn time. Yeah. So I come out of it super proud. Go into it all nervous, scared that I can't do it, fucking dreading that it's gonna suck. Yeah. And I go into it. Yes, it sucks, but I come out of it like, hell yeah, I did that. Yeah. And that's the shit that you need that you need to help you carry on, the confidence that you need to do it again, show up again.
And it compounds, every week you can feel stronger and stronger.
Hell yeah. Slowly. Hell yeah. Like those same hills that I was doing when I first started 14 weeks ago, they don't suck as bad anymore. I can run faster and it still doesn't even suck as bad anymore, It's a little more comfortable. I push it to where it's uncomfortable, but it's a little more, it's bearable. You can tolerate the pain more. Yeah. Because you've built yourself into that person. Mm-hmm. The person when I started couldn't do what I'm doing now, right? So you're building yourself. You're building your mind. You're building your body to be able to sustain and tolerate all that pain. Yeah. That's why we do it. You have, like we started this off, adversity comes no matter what. It's inevitable. You have to become the person that can tolerate that pain and move forward. Keep carrying on. You just have to do the work that's necessary. A lot of people think, when you go into something and that's whatever goal you're trying to achieve, whatever you're trying to do, there's a set required amount of work that you need to do. Mm-hmm. From where you're at to where you want to go, there's a set required amount of work that you need to do. And some people might think it's something, right? Some people might think this is the work that I need to do. So they do whatever they want, whatever's comfortable for them. But that's not the work that you need to do, right? So, and then you don't hit the goal, right? It's just like when I went out for the first sub-4 attempt, I thought I was doing what I needed to do. That wasn't the required work. That wasn't the required work that was necessary. I was doing it wrong. So there wasn't the required work. You have to meet the required work to get to where you want to go, right? And it's because some people will be like, I'm working so hard, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Cool, but that's not the required work. It's not going to help you get to that goal. You know what I mean? It's like if you wanted to lose, let's say I wanted to lose 50 pounds, 50 pounds, right? There's a required, from where you're at to where you want to go, there's a required set of things that you need to do to get there. Yeah. You can be doing 1, 2, and 3, but if you're not doing 4 and 5, you're not going to get there. You know what I'm saying? So everything matters. And it makes it easier for you to be successful at it, right? You can push as hard as you want. It's like everything, like with the business, we can be pushing as hard as we want. But if we keep making the same mistakes and we keep doing the same things that are keeping us at a certain level, and we're not changing the plan, we're not upgrading, we're not, making adjustments to the plan and making it so that it can push the needle forward, we're going to keep staying at that same level. We're not going to get to the point that we want to get to because we're not doing the required work. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, just a big point that I wanted to make, because it's like I've learned, that I don't set these tangible goals like the 350 marathon, a sub 350. I don't set it because of the goal itself, right? I don't. That honestly, when it comes down to it, it's almost meaningless. But because every time I've achieved it, like when I've achieved the sub 4, it felt cool, but really wasn't nothing, because the hardest part was the training, bro. Like, it's going through it every day in and day out, show up to run all these damn miles. Like, that's the part that sucks. That's the part I was proud to get through. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure I even mentioned that. Like, I was proud to be able to just get through. I ran every mile that was on that plan. Damn. I didn't miss a damn mile, and I'm proud to say, like, once, even with everything that's been going on with my job change and, how hard it's been, and I've had to adjust and move runs and stuff, but I haven't missed shit. Yeah. And that's what I'm proud of. The tangible goal is set to help me. It's basically me making a decision that I need to upgrade and become a better version of myself. It's me saying I need to do something different so that I can be a better version of myself. And that's what this stuff does. It helps me. It helps show me that I can make changes and add to my plan. I can do things differently and get better. Right. Yeah. So me, what I was, and doing the work, the required work that I need to get to this goal. This goal. Yeah. Now I'm doing different things that I've never done before. I'm doing stuff that I've never done before to become a new person. Because that new person is gonna be able to set and run that goal for that race, right? So it's me doing all these things that I've never done before. 2 speed workouts a week, 3 20+ mile runs for 1 marathon prep. The running and not missing any miles, that that sustained that from that last marathon, that last sub 4 marathon prep. That's me becoming a new version of myself. Yeah. And what do we always talk about? Okay, we stack. We keep stacking. We can stack the days, that micro level. We stack the days. We stack those little wins that we get, those workouts that we get to do every day, that we get to push ourselves through. That's our little wins. We stack those wins. And what does that do? It just compounds into the bigger wins that we get later on. Yeah. We start doing that, become better and better and better versions of ourselves that the universe starts speaking to. The universe starts speaking to the different person that you are, where you start attracting newer things, different things, better things in your life now, instead of the same things that you were getting. I used to be a person that attracted this bullshit that was in my life. Yeah. Everybody might think that, it's because, like, this is just who I am, and this is, that's exactly what it is, because the person that you are is attracting all the shit that's around you. It's not the other way around. It's not that the world is just, nobody's forcing you to go to these parties or to these bars or these clubs and all this shit to do anything. Nobody's forcing you to do any of that. You decided to do that. Nobody's forcing you to accommodate to everybody that wants a piece of you. When you can say no. It's okay to say no. Yeah. It's okay to not accommodate everybody that's around you, and everybody wants to to pour into their cup. If you don't have anything in you, how can you give to other people? You're wiping yourself out, and then you can't even give to yourself. You can't even build yourself because you're just constantly just giving out, dishing everything that you have in you. You got to feed yourself so that you can feed other people, man. You got to build the table so that you can have other people come and eat at that motherfucker. So it's just that, man. Like, just that compounding. We keep stacking is a fucking huge thing for us because of that. And that's all because we just keep showing it. We keep showing what that does. Yeah. Damn, I had something in my head. I totally lost track of what I was gonna say about that. But yeah. You just think about how because I think about that shit a lot, bro. And I think about like how, like, even like, I think about you often when it comes to everything that we've done in the past 7 years, right? And I just think about, like, if I'm not saying like I'm not like I'm the game changer. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I'm the person that made this happen for you. But I'm saying that if what had happened to me, being fired right from the job, if that didn't happen to me, I can only imagine where you might have been with your health, right? Because back then, we were lifting weights and stuff, right? Yeah. But because me and you spend so much time together, we surround ourselves. This is the type of people we're surrounding ourselves with, right? And because that happened to me, right? That flipped the switch in my mind that I have to change. I have to be different. I have to be better. So I went and made the decision to go do something, right? But you had to make the decision as well yourself to go make that change as well, right? And we weren't sitting there thinking about eating better. We were thinking about being strong and stuff like that, lifting weights and everything. We weren't thinking about how much our diet, affected us. Yeah. We didn't think about that stuff. I drank all the damn time, Yeah. And I used to, basically, what did I do? Every time after the weekend when I met up with you, what did I do? Just tell you about the stories from when we drank, like all the damn time. And then I talk about football all the time. Like I talk about shit that didn't matter, bro. And then what do we do now? It's new versions of us, right? We just stacked ever since then. What was it, 4 years ago? Almost 4 years ago now, where we started doing all this stuff. Health is way better. Body's doing better. Family's doing better. Like you have a better job, making more money, like all kinds of stuff, bro. Like it just that is the crazy part of like how, and then because like I said, go back. I think about you and your family a lot, right? And how. Imagine if we just kept going on the route that we went on, and I didn't get, fired. Yeah, it'd have been a different path. We would have been on different paths, bro. Like we would have, and I definitely think that was a turning point. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. And you are a big reason why, I've switched up as well, because I guarantee, I think you're right. I would have been on a whole different path as well. If like you left and we never talked again. Yeah. That'd have been, because marathons, 5Ks, 10Ks, forget about it. I wouldn't have accomplished those things, right? No, I think the big thing with that is because, you would have, maybe I would have left, right? But the only reason why that changes is because of the people that you have ended up surrounding yourself with. You know what I mean? You'd be surrounded by the people at work, and I get it because I'm there again. So I'm around these conversations all the time. I'm around the mindsets all the time now, and it annoys the hell out of me. and it reminds me of who I used to be and how far I want to see. How far like the stuff that comes out of my mouth. I don't want to speak like that. I don't want to be in that same space. Yeah. But who you were going to be surrounded with all the time, you know, and even when it comes to the family and at work, like who are you surrounding with all the time? You're not going to have conversations like this that we're having, right? No. We're not speaking on that stuff.
I feel like for me there was a version of me deep down inside, the old version of me, that knew that something was different. There's something different that I've always wanted to do, but I didn't know what it was. But I always had a feeling, like a sense that, you know, there's something else out there. There's something different. Yeah. That's why I never partied. Yeah. That's why I never, you know, all the crazy and the flashy stuff, going out, clubbing, none of this was attractive to me because something deep down inside, it was a different, you know, there's this vibe in there. Yeah. And then going through all this, I'm starting to slowly realize, like, yeah, that's why, because, you know, none of that shit matters, dude. Yeah. You know, what we're doing now matters the most, especially as I get older too. It's like, yeah, you know, health is wealth. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And, you know, you get older, start feeling certain things in your body. It's just like, dude, you know, time waits for nobody, you know, and if I don't get it done now, you know, had that not changed, had that whole thing went down with you, had that not happened, I think I'd have been in a worse shape. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I'm not perfect now. I'm still learning. You know, as far as you've come in your journey, I'm pages behind, you know what I'm saying? But I'm starting to realize now, like, what that means. It's taken me a while to get to the party, but I feel like this year I'm trying. Jump, yeah. I'm doing more things to try to, you know. And this year it's, what do I need the most? Yeah. I thought to myself at the end of last year, what I need the most is consistency, which I did not have. Yeah. I could start something, but I will stop it every time. I was 75 hard. Did it 2 times that one year? Didn't stick. What ended up happening? I ended up falling back into the old patterns. I ended up putting the weight back on. I look at myself in the mirror. I can't wear my 2X shirts anymore. They're feeling tighter, so now I got to wear hoodies, or I got to wear the jackets now because, you know, it hides it better. You know what I mean? So I was like, what do I really need? And consistency for me is what I need first. Yeah. And it's small, but I'm stacking. You know what I mean? Yeah. Stacking those little victories, stacking those wins this year. And I go by the Sally McRae saying, you know, something's better than nothing. Done is better than perfect. You know, and then Mark Bell talks about, it's like, just do something. Yeah. You know, and those days where I don't want to do it, just get your ass up and do something. Yeah. Be better than you were last year at this exact same time, which you're probably doing nothing. You know. That's what I think to myself. Yeah, and I mean, it's perfect because, you know, it's just, it really is that, bro. It really is that, because you just think, well, first off, most people don't do shit anyway. They don't do anything to improve themselves. Like, you can look around and see that. Most people just don't even care to get better. They just want an opportunity that they're not prepared for, right? But there's that, the thing is, like, too, like, watching you, we've been together fucking doing this for 7 years, bro. Like, going on 8 years now. And watching you, and you know, like, I've been pushing, right, and I've been doing all this shit, and I've been seeing you, like, oh, he's, you know, you're not, it's like I've always wanted you to just be right there with me doing it, right? Yeah. But I've never, like, I've never been the person to just sit there and push you or force you, like, you got to get on this, you got to do this. Like, I've never done that. I've always believed that a person. I thought about that the other day too. Like how you've never, like, I've always, like we said, pushed. I've always wanted you to, right? But it's like, I've always believed the person has to make the decision themselves. Like, will I push you and will I actually, you know, try and, but, you know, like, it's not really vocal. For me, it's just do it and lead by example. Right. You know, and just hope that they, you know, our people, you know, whoever's surrounded by me, they see the results and then they get to, and that's what they want for themselves, you know? And I have to be that example. I can't live a life where I want people to follow and it leads them to a negative place or a place that's worse off than where they are, where they're at, you know? Yeah. So it's like, it's always been that, like, I've always wanted you to just be right there and just, you know, doing it too, but it's like, I can't force the man. Like, I want him to, that decision has to be on his own, because that's how it's going to stick. He has to find that. But that's also, like, just thinking about that, if we never started the path, then you would have never asked yourself those questions. Like, what do I need to do to be better? Like, you would have never asked yourself that shit at the end of last year. And then what'd you find? Consistency. And what does that change? Everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It changes everything. Like, and it's a battle every day. Yeah. And that's another thing, is it's not easy. That consistency shit is
it's the hard part.
That's the hard part. It's easy to start.
Yeah.
Even easier to stop. The hardest part is to fucking just keep going, choosing every day to do something. And I thought to myself, like, out of 24 fucking hours of the day, I can find 20 minutes, bro, to do something. At least. Yeah. You know? So, yeah. That shit is everything.
Yeah. It's crazy how that shit works, bro.
Yeah.
But I know I'm fucking, you know, I was gonna ask you about that. Like, have you fucking missed a day yet?
No.
Yeah. I was like, look at that's crazy.
Because the closest I ever got was in Oregon, actually, when we went to the Marianas.
Yeah, and you got to work out in like
that, right? 10:30 at night in the bathroom doing push-ups
after being in the sun all day.
Yeah, that was a bitch.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the closest I've ever come. I was literally in bed, eyes closed, and I got the phone call from my niece looking for a charger, and then I realized, oh shit, that AC was comfy, boy.
Yeah, hell yeah. But that's hella dope, bro. Because I think that, you know, it just means you could just come a long way. You know what I'm saying? And where we could have been and where we're at and where we're going is about to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I think that for me too, it's like, I have goals and ideas of what I want my future self to look like. Time is not waiting for anybody. So, and if I don't get it together now, it's going to be harder the older I get. You know what I mean? To get where I want to be health wise and you know, even mindset wise. So, you know, you got to just start.
I just saw a video today and it made a lot of sense to me. But he's a former power lifter, big dude. He's jacked. He was probably like 40 something years old. But he was speaking to an older gentleman. He said, he was mentioning the story, speaking to an older gentleman, and the older man asked him, it's like, have you ever seen a 300-pound 80-year-old?
Oh shit.
And that also made me think, like, no, like, you don't get to live that long when your body's aging with that amount of weight.
Yeah.
So it's like, as you get older, and even I think about this all the time too, right? Because I always feel like, you know, as a shorter guy, I want to be thicker and, you know, look stronger and stuff like that. You know, that's how we were before. But it's like now, like, but I feel good and I move real well at 175, 180. Like, and I'm still, you know, I feel pretty damn strong at it, you know. When I'm lifting more consistently and stuff like that, I feel pretty damn good. I can run and lift. Like, so it's like, that's where I actually need to be for longevity. And that's what I really take care of myself for, right? Longevity. It's not to be some fucking elite athlete. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting paid to do
PR on a bench or something like that.
It's like that's what we do it for. And it's like that, you know, that just opened up something in me. Like, damn, I, you know, keeping the weight down and, you know, having, you know, muscle mass and all that. That's important. Like, and just thinking, like, the more weight you have on you, like, and the older you get, your body's, the
harder it gets.
It just gets harder. So it's better to just start now, you know. And that's basically what the older gentleman was telling him now, because he said that he used to be like around 300 pounds or something, like as a power lifter. He's just a big boy. Then he's just like, once I heard that, basically every couple of years he wanted to drop down. And I think he said by the time he's like 65, I think he said he wants to be around 185. Because right now he wants to keep his muscle mass up, and then as you know, a decade goes by, he's dropping more weight so that he keeps the muscle on his body, helps him be stronger as he gets older, but drops the body fat and stuff like that. So it's like
Mark Bell's in that same thing.
He's lean out, like he runs now
and
too.
He runs.
So
just recently,
you know, maybe the past like 2 years or 3 years. He's been running, and I mean it's. That's why for me, if I don't start now, I'm never gonna get it. I'm never gonna get to where I want to be, and we're only getting older. Yeah, dude, for real. I think it's just crazy, like where, you know, it all leads you to once you start asking yourself different questions, or you start, you know, considering, you know, different things. But it's like everything, bro. Like us coming on here too and talking about it, like, and all the stuff that we're doing, like it's cool because I do want to bring up like some of the people like doing stuff that, you know, I've seen and I've been hearing about, like Wendy's son Jaden, when, you know, us watching him grow up, you would never think he would be a cross country runner, bro. He runs cross country in his high school now.
That's dope.
So, you know, props to him. He's doing that. Like, that's something that, you know, we've been able to create a group that's that's forged that, you know, that's created that belief in somebody, you know, to go do something. Because he can look around and he wouldn't believe that that's something that he would do, because that's not something that me, his mom, you know, the family were doing. He would have just probably thought he was just going to grow up and become a softball player like the rest of us. But you know, he's doing something different. And then
that's pretty dope. Yeah,
and then you have what's that, shout out to like Oma and her family. She had her kid, her daughter ran, I think her daughter ran 10K or 5K, 10K with her.
Yep.
And you know what I mean? And Oma was repping NBRC out there, like.
Yeah. Didn't she talk about doing the 10K when she was here on the podcast? Yeah. When I saw that picture, I was like, "Oh, that's dope, dude."
Yeah, dude. Like that's the stuff, man. Like that's the stuff that makes me happy, and you know, just it's like I always say, man. I just like seeing our people fucking win, and when they're going out doing stuff like that, you know, like a lot of people just don't understand it, you know, and I get that, you know, and like I fucking just posted the other day, NBA is not for everybody. You know, what we do is not for everybody. We're not for the average person that wants to sit around and not achieve and not want to go be better. We are for the ones that have that in their mind and they think about it all the time. Just like you were just saying, you know, there's something more out there for me and I want to be better. And since we're going through the path, we're going to tell you how, you know, what we've gone through on the journey. And we're going to share our experiences, share our failures and everything, and be super transparent about it. Because I know, like, we've gotten very comfortable with not caring, like, if, you know, the judgment about it, because it makes a difference for people that need it. Yeah. You know, and the people that have, you know, caught on to that have figured out, like, you're going to have to go through shit and you're going to have to fail. You're going to have to look stupid. You know, it's not going to feel good when you start, but it starts feeling good when you do it long enough and you stay consistent. Yeah. So, I mean, we see the differences and we know, you know, if people don't even have to say it. Like, we know that, you know, there's stuff going on that we don't need recognition for. We don't need any of that, but we see the differences happening. We see the changes happening. Yeah,
and that's all that matters.
Yeah, and that's all we're aiming to do. We're not looking for recognition. We don't care that, you know, I mean, not that we don't care, but it's not gonna keep us from continuing to do it. You know, like if we don't get, you know,
the recognition for it.
But we just want to see it happen. So, and we are. So that's the good part about it. You know, it's been good, man. We're going out to Portland. We're about a week and 2 days.
It's coming.
Yeah. So Portland Marathon coming up. I set a goal to run the marathon in under 3 hours and 50 minutes. My fastest time has been, Tacoma has it as 3:58, but yeah.
What'd you have it at?
I had a 3:57 because the way that, you know how the chip time and gun time, that's just weird.
Don't take that second away, yeah?
I'm just saying, no, bro, that was like a minute, dog. Like I was all the way in the back, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then how do you come up with the same time? Like, but yeah, whatever. Yeah. So yeah, I have done that, but I've been working really hard for this goal. And, you know, we have Vince and Joe about to run their first marathon. So, you know, I'm looking forward, like, for real, bro. I can't wait to see them finish because of how hard I know it is just to run a marathon. Yeah, I know how hard it is. Real, dude. How much work? I mean, you know how hard it is, man. And how much work it takes just to show up to that line, and then everything that you have to go through for however many hours you're out there running. Like, it's up and down in your head and your body. So it's just like,
it's a battle.
It's a battle throughout. So, but I know that they can accomplish it. I know that they can do it, and I'm looking forward to, you know, the version of themselves that comes out of that. Yeah. Because I think training and running a marathon can change your fucking life, man. Yeah. I really fucking do. That's right. It's changed mine. I know that. You know.
So simple. You wouldn't think. I used to see people all the time on my feed. You're running 5Ks, 10Ks, marathons. Like me. Yeah. Now I know.
Yeah. You know why? You know.
Yeah. It's not just about that final picture at the start line or at the finish line. Yeah. You're right. It's about everything else before that. You know, leading up to it. So.
100%. Yeah, man.
It hurts.
Yeah. So we're about to go do that. Should be a good weekend. I'm really looking forward to get to spend it with, you know, the crew, and then go do some hard shit, and come back and we'll talk about it. And
heck yeah.
Yeah,
man. You planning on having the guys on Yeah, come back.
I'm asking. Well, if I gotta watch this, so we're asking you guys now.
We got 2 seats right here. 1, 2, waiting for you guys. 2 extra mics. Come on, let's go. And you both been on podcasts, so there's no excuse.
Yep, we got it. We got to set a date, and we're coming through.
Yeah,
you guys are coming through.
That'd be dope.
We got to do it.
Got to.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. With everything going on in the world, spread love, man. For real, spread love. You know, really, like when I say it, like go out and be your best, like for real, man. I mean, the world needs it. Like that's why I say it. The world needs it right now.
Yeah.
The world needs the best versions of ourselves, and they need good, kind people that humble themselves. You know, by. And when I say humble ourselves, right, because it means something different to a lot of people, right? And it's knowing where you came from and knowing what you put yourself through and what you've overcame, and you know, like that's why I like to do it on the daily. Like I do something hard, I do something that I don't want to do, something that's uncomfortable, because it's humbling me every day, and it's telling me that I'm just a human being. Like I'm just a, you know, regular person. But I can make a huge difference, you know, in the lives of the people around me. And I can make a positive difference. And I can, you know, I just think about it all the time. Like when I'm at work, like I may not be having the greatest day. I may be tired, but me greeting somebody, me helping someone, me doing something can change somebody's whole day. It could change their life, you know, in that little instant. So I just believe that we just need to spread more kindness, spread more love, like, and speak the truth, man. Like, speak the truth, because it only helps. I mean, in the moments, right? In the moment when you speak the truth, sometimes it doesn't feel like it's the best thing in the world. Like it's uncomfortable and it might hurt feelings, but it's the reality that needs to come up, man. It's the reality that needs, and people need to hear it, because that's the only way people can change, man. Mm-hmm. You know, I just hope that we can do that, man. Please, like, go out, make that a goal for yourself. Let's go out and be better, man. And if we all can make that decision to go do that, and we combine our powers, you know, then
the world will be a better place.
We can make the world a better place, you know. But yeah, that's all we got. You know the deal. Go out, be your best, and always do that shit how it's done.
I said the haters in the morning way before the sunrise. Didn't give us